Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot, and welcome to the reading. This is going to be the What's the Vibe, but part 3. If funny, part 3 ain't that crazy. I don't think I've ever done a part 3 on this channel. Maybe not, but goddamn. But yeah, just because I forgot just a couple things, and I literally don't know if I can go on without explaining them real quick. But because they're quite important, and I said I was trying to remind myself, and I didn't. What's a couple things? The first thing is the zodiac energy, and the second thing is the nine. That's all of it. If you're interested in either one of those, the zodiac energies. Example for the nine of wands, number 9. Then this is good. This is the reading. This is part of the reading. And if you have not seen part 1 or part 2, on part 2 it could have worked, but you might have to go ahead and I'm gonna link them below, so you definitely have to check those out. I don't know if this will make sense at all, but honestly, this could be the only one. This could be the only part that helps out for you. So I mean, honestly, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and I'm glad that He do. So let me go ahead and read you the zodiac energies, and then we'll read the 9 of Wands from the book. So from the whole reading. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. What the? That is so disrespectful. I'm like leading up to talk about it, and I just burped. That's so rude. 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands. That's 2 of 4. So, and that's 1. So that's like mostly probably Aries energy with that fire. Excuse me, and it being early on in the number spectrum. But it could also rule Aries, Leo, or Sag altogether for the fire. 9 of Wands is more later in the number spectrum, so it's more Sagittarius energy. But it could be Aries, Leo, or Sag for that. So far we have Aries and Sag speaking out specifically. Then we have King of Wands, which is actually almost more so specifically Sag or Leo. So now we have all the fire signs coming out. So Aries, Leo, and Sag could be in your chart or in anyone else's chart that you may be thinking of. Then we have the Hierophant, which is technically Taurus. And I say it like that because, double-edged sword. One, because I make fun of Taurus a lot. I have to. They're my sister sign. And not sister sign, they're just my neighbor sign, I should say. They're my neighbor sign. And I just, at the same time, I say it like that because today is the first day where I randomly got Sagittarius as my, one sec. Hell no. I recently cleaned my car out real well, and I think I just saw a roach, and I said, hell to the no. I've had no roaches in the car forever since I just cleaned it out, and it's been nice. I can keep food in here, and it can stay here sometimes since I cleaned it out. So I just had to do that real quick. No, hell no. That roach can live in the outside for all I fucking care. But today's the very first day where I got Sag energy for Taurus. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what it is. I was thinking of higher education. And I was like, oh, that really does kind of work for the Hierophant. It being about learning and structures and education and stuff like that. So I don't know. Sag energy is coming out twice now, from the fire energy and from the Hierophant for me. So Sag is not technically tied to the Hierophant. So there, it's not like concrete is what I'm saying there with that, but that's just from my intuition specifically. So Sag and Taurus is showing up. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus. Yeah, that's it so far. And then the Hermit. So Virgo definitely. So, and anything else with the Hermit that I feel? The Hermit gives me also Pisces. I can say that the Hermit does give me Pisces for some. Like an underlying. It's like these are what the Hermit is Virgo, but then I also have my underlying current, my emotional connection to the cards. And so that's why I say like it could also be Pisces for me personally as well. So the energy you have showing up is Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, and Sag is what I see specifically with these. Yes, mundo. And I guess this is maybe this energy of a surprise third, like the third time's a charm, or like a surprise that you didn't know was coming through. Maybe if you've had two examples of like a really like impactful, awful relationship, or maybe like sort of like a connection to something, maybe this third thing, this third time, this third part is like the charm, is like the thing that really kind of surprises you, but really it's better than you could have ever expected for some reason. Because this is part 3 of the video, and I also have a part 3 that I forgot about. I'm gonna look at the card's colors and try to give you the energies off of that as well, because I didn't say that much today. I don't know why I didn't say it much, but the black is leaving the space open for things for new, inviting the space for spirit to bring in new things with confidence. The gray energy is in between. It's like, but it's also more light gray, so it's like giving way to the light. And if I look in the book, because I don't know if I've read the book for gray yet, and I just want to be specific, because it has been helping. Gray cards. Oh, I guess isolation is technically a white card, but it's just more gray. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was definitely not white. That was off white. But it is located in the white cards, so I guess all these gray cards are technically white cards, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. Okay, what all the white cards in this deck have in common is a sense of stillness. If you end up having having white cards in a reading, or just having white cards at all, you're moving towards a sense of calm. Sorry, let me start that over. If you end up having white cards in a reading, moving toward a sense of calm, maybe something that you're working on right now, or something that you've worked on in the recent past. What do you need to know to find tranquility? Oh, so it's a sense of calmness and that's funny because peace is one of the white cards. So it's like a sense of peace, stillness, and that makes sense because white technically in this deck comes before black. So it's like, in a sense, it's like you become still. You and that's that interesting, because I think of like every color has like a balance. So like yellow going to green, they're both about positivity and growth, but like yellow is about that inner growth, that inner intuition, that feeling you have, and then you use that feeling of the sun, that yellow energy of the sun, then gives it to the green, gives it to the grass, and then it does something externally, and then that you can cause growth outside of you, making that grass grow. So then yellow goes to green of grass. So if I think of white going to black, white is like that inner peace, that inner stillness, and then that gives energy to the black, that gives energy to the space, and now that space can be opened, it can be used to make things, So I like that balance. If I think of all colors having a balance, I like that balance a lot, because it's interesting because you have confidence going to isolation, so you have black going to white, so you actually have the external right now that's feeding your internal. I say that lightly because I don't want to say that always happens. It doesn't always happen, but it feels like right now it's just your external is feeding your internal. Maybe that's like more of like the universe giving you proof of your growth of your work, right? But at the same time, it's just like, it's really nice because like now you're being allowed to have that stillness, have that peace of that isolation. That's really nice. Rejection is I can't remember if it's orange. That's why I didn't look in the book, because I wasn't trying to figure out which fucking cards were orange or red today, because I just did not have in the dark. Babe. I did not have the time, or the patience, or the strength, or the willpower to figure out what was orange and what was red. Because if I can't do it in the day, baby, I'm not doing it in the dark. Not that being a message for someone. If I can't do it in the day, I'm not doing it in the dark. Kinky. All right. Okay, so yeah, rejection is orange. I'll have to remember that because I won't if I don't tell myself. Okay, so orange is, and let me see if that's true. Yeah, orange is a color of life, vitality, of energy. So something's bringing you energy. Something's bringing you energy. Something's bringing you life. Something's bringing you vitality. Something's growing you. Something's maybe causing you to wake up, bringing life to you, causing growth, causing something to strengthen, expand, that Sag energy as well that we have. It's funny, Sag energy does come out twice, of course, because we are in Sag season that I'm filming. But it could be an important factor for you. You could know a Sag, or you could be a Sag. Or someone, you or them, with Sag in your chart in a very important placement. And if it's not your sun sign, I definitely highly recommend checking out the placement, even if it is your sun sign. But if it's not, I highly recommend checking out the placement, and placement plus the house it's in, plus the aspects, plus everything about that, and try to learn that, because not only will it help you learn about what it means for you, but it will help you understand what the houses and all that crap means on its own self. Because sometimes you try to figure out what something means, and then you're like, I don't even know what this means, and it's in general. So you go to look up what a house is, what a placement is, what even the sign Mercury does, so that you can understand how it relates to you. And in itself, you'll learn about both. So that's really cool. That's expansion as well with Sag energy. So just, I don't know, think about that. Um, so there's orange energy of maybe the rejection's giving you energy, or the rejection's giving you life. It's helping you breathe. It's helping you grow way beyond whatever the freak this past situation is. Because this rejection is like, it's almost like the universe placed it in the forefront. Whereas like the universe is like, this is for your protection and for your growth. Um, and I'm thinking about the reading now. Both of the major arcana came above each other, so it's like the universe is like, they start they're with you at the start of each like cycle, and it's like they've seen it from the start, so they understand what you're going. They've seen everything you're going through, even if it feels like they don't. I'm saying that now, and I'm like, even me, sometimes I get so upset where I'm like, universe, if you were in my shoes, if you were a three-dimensional being, you have no idea what this pain feels like. You don't know what this is like. And maybe sometimes I think that's true. Maybe sometimes I don't. I can't tell you, because I'm a human, so I can't be like, I believe the universe is all. I can't be like that for sure, because I'm not the universe. But and I have to explain just how it feels as a human. So yeah, I understand that. I can agree. So I'm not even completely like, it's hard to explain. What I'm saying is that the universe sees you no matter what you believe. But what I'm also saying at the same time, which is very dualistic, Sag, what I'm also saying is that I'm a human. So I'm also like, yeah, universe, are you really though? It's really hard. I have to take myself out of it for a second and just explain that feeling is there as a human. But it's just saying that your rejection is there for your protection. And we have faith here as well to show you that, yeah, um, you have to close your physical eyes. Here, the purple energy of intuition, using the third eye, it's like using your intuition, your instinct to really push you through. And you have to, for sure, because this is the color purple, and the color purple does not exist without red or blue. So like without red or blue, there is no purple. Like there's no way to make the color purple without red or blue. Scientifically, whatever may have you, there is no way to make the color purple without red or blue. So you have to have that red, that fire, that instinct. You have to trust your gut. And blue, you have to trust your intuition, those waters, that you have to allow that depth process to come through of like, I can't do anything with my hands. I just have to release to the universe. And I can't do, and it's funny because I thought about the example today. I was like, I don't know. I was thinking about, it was funny. I was thinking about Virgo, and my sign being like, I think my rising's in Virgo, and so it's my sister's rising, and we've both been raised by Virgo. So Virgo energy is abundant in our house. It straight up really is. Like you can see it. It's clean as hell in there, but and sometimes it can be messy. But that's Virgo energy. It's duality, babe. But I was thinking about it. And I was like, and we she jokes about me not being a real Virgo rising because we can't. Sometimes we don't know we joke about not knowing our real birth times, but so then I joke about it because when I thought about the example, I was like, it's a mutable sign. What if it just works out in different ways? And I don't know if it was like some doorknob was wet or some surface was wet, but I was like, I don't know how because she makes fun of me being a Virgo, right? She's like, you're not really that neat sometimes, and then and so she's like, she's sure she's a Virgo rising, but then I saw the wet surface, and I was like, I don't know how you can be a Virgo rising but leave a surface wet. I think it's because I had to use my hands to touch it, and this astrologically it's like Capricorn. Is it? Yeah, using the hands to manifest stuff like that. Like I think it is. I could be wrong or not, something like that. But it feels like the hands to me and the face is Capricorn, face and the hands maybe, and like even hands have faces. So like it just feels like even the hands can be involved in that with the way Capricorn manifests. So and then that's funny because I thought about my sister being a Pisces, and now like that rules like the feet in a sense. So I don't know. I thought about that, and I was like, maybe the balance just works where like the sensitivity is in certain areas, right? And maybe like I noticed it because my hands touched it, and that's just something different about it. Where it's like something like that. I use that example to say like um, Virgo and the hand example. We talked about Virgo ruling the hand earlier when we read it from the book, and so I just think about like the example of that blue. throwing up your hands. It's like releasing to the water, releasing to the faith, right? And then fire of the instinct would be like you moving, you using your feet to walk the path. So I'm just throwing all that out to say, I'm sorry for all the random examples. I just think that it all ties to like the hands and the feet, where it's like the part of the journey maybe you can't really control. You move along the journey, or you can't control your feet and your hands, actually. You can, I should say. But you can't control where they lead you, where they move you, and then what you have to let go of, what you have to release. Like, there's a lot of that in there, a lot of temperance energy. But that all leads to faith. That all builds your faith with this energy, with this purple. So, like, yeah. There's just a balance of, like, external and internal. Your hands and your feet, you can control it, you can move it, you can walk where you can. But you're being led by the universe. There's still some part where it's like, you're moving there, but someone else above you has got the controller, in a sense, that kind of a sense. And I don't know. It's like you're a Sims. Like, you can still move where you want to without them clicking that. You still have free will, free choice. Like, my Sims be doing the most dumbest autonomous shit, but I'm not gonna control them every step of the way. So like that's a bit of that in a sense. And we really are Sims. I swear to God. And then we got disruption, which is pink, so it's more of that universal love and mother energy of because pink comes right in between purple and red, so it's almost a really hidden color too. It's almost like that, those hidden efforts, the way that, like, I don't know, the mother is empress, so like that empress lies inside of the emperor, like the 3 is within the 4. So you think of even like the emperor being the face of it, the empress is like the bones, the brain, all that stuff. The face is just the thing that you gotta look at. The everything else is the inner workings, you know. So it's like the mother is like that one. It's like not inside the house, but like that stereotypical image of the housewife in a sense. But what would the house be without the housewife? It's like this everything that's running it. Like, think about how angry freaking stupid men get when they don't have like dinner or like food, or like where's my dinner, woman, and like that kind of stupid crap. Why are they getting so mad they can't make themselves something? You see what I'm saying? It's like it's still so needed. So the mother energy is there, even if it's like a very hidden color between purple and red, because purple is like the end of that cycle. It's like that faith, that mystery. But pink is that color, because purple is that color where it's like it's still unseen, you can't see anything, and red is still very dark. It's like, think of a red camera room, like where they do photography and stuff. It's still very dark in there, so there's still very dark colors. It's like this pink is very light, so it's like that energy that you can see, that's still very helpful for you. It's hidden, but it's not. So it's very nice that this pink energy is here, because it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Even it's very sweet, it's very nurturing to you. And even though it's disruption, like it's funny that we talk about it being sweet for you, because it's like it's disruption. It should feel very uncomfortable, but for some reason it's for the betterment of you. It's very nice. It still feels very comfortable. It's like a disruption, but it's almost like it's Saved by the Bell almost. It's almost like that phone call in the middle of an awkward conversation. It's like, oh, gotta take this, and you're like not really upset about it. It's very nice. It's like a disruption, but it feels good. And success. That's orange. That's more of that life. And that's literally disruption moving you to success. That's a light energy moving you right to something that makes you feel alive, energetic. Be Alive by Beyonce. I talked about that on the community tab. And it does. It feels so good to be alive. Okay, what was that? What was next? I can't do Beyonce's vocals. I don't even ever try. She's so good. Oh yeah, the 9 of Wands from the book. Now, I can't show you with the light because it definitely conked out on me a while ago, but I can definitely read it right here from the street light I've got. So I've got a light. I will definitely post this in the community post with the spread if I can remember. So I should say. But I'm reading it because I flipped to it before we even jumped into this reading. Before I even sat down in my car, I flipped to this page. So I told you guys I would read it. Now, if I can find it, that would be great. Because now I remember there's food in my kitchen, and I remember there's like hot cocoa. So now I want it. Let's see here. Okay, 9 of Wands, the Lord of Great Strength. Oh yeah, so we have the meaning. The meanings of this card can be tremendous power, unshakable force, Herculean strength, so like Hercules, so Herculean strength, which I think Hercules, I can't get into that, but Greek mythology, I can't remember most of his story, but he's just like definitely super strong, impossibly strong. He can just, but maybe that's important for you. Maybe you could watch Hercules, and that might give you some inspiration towards something. Because I remember watching it, but and it's a good story. Um, and I love Greek mythology, I should say, because it always has like the divine in it too. Like if you see the divine is super present. I wish we lived in a cool time where they're like they're a part of the story and they're telling it. It's so cool. Um, but it also says Herculean strength, great success. Okay, listen, it talked about success. I can't even show you anymore, but I'm still gonna put it up. Success. Y'all can't even see that. Damn it. Can I put in the light next to me? If you look at, all in the mic. Look at me right here. Success. Even in the dark, we can still see that. Beautiful. Even in your darkness, you can still see success. I think that's really, really nice. So great success, strife, and energy. So there's more of that energy. That's weird, but you know what I mean. More of that energy topic. But there's also the topic of still that balance, which I feel is cool because we still have the Sag energy here giving us balance. I think it's like a lot of the to clarify. I think a lot starting maybe even from Libra, definitely starting from Scorpio, but those signs and down are very complex. They always have double-edged energy. Aries through Virgo, maybe Aries through Libra. I think it's maybe Aries to Virgo, and somewhere in there it changes. I don't know where yet, but definitely starting from Aries is very simple, very very one, very singular energy. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, like this very simple, which is I think is how it's supposed to be. But then getting on to like maybe Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. That's very I almost said dualistic, Dua Lipa. It's very dualistic. So it's very it has two things with it. Like I think Aries, you could say maybe initiation. I see Gemini, I think friendship. That's when I'm just like, I don't know, social. I'm just thinking, I'm throwing out words. But then like I think of like Capricorn, I'm thinking of like seagulls. I'm like going up the mountain but swimming in the water. I'm thinking of like Sagittarius, where it's like horseman. So walking in the world, but then also walking through the forest. And I'm thinking of Capricorn. I don't know. You know, see what I'm saying? Where it's like it's very double where it needs that. I see strife and energy, so it's cool. It's like that strife brings energy. That energy can bring you back to strife, but then you use that strife to build you back up to energy. It still sustains itself. It's really nice. Um, and then victory, it says strife and energy, and then victory preceded by apprehension and fear. Health, good recovery. Good recovery, intractable, whatever that means. Someone please research that or leave it somewhere. I'll do that too as well. I'm sorry. Intractable, fond of external appearance, or fond of external appearance. Okay, so fond of external appearance. You take those last ones for however you take them, but I just want to start. I got stopped at victory preceded by apprehension and fear. We saw a little bit of fear in the reading, and we see confidence here. Fear and confidence are the same color. It's really cool. And that's funny because they're the same thing. It's just being preceded by like victory, pushing through. It's like seeing one thing and then moving forward. Because like the energy is the same. What you're being faced with is the same thing. It's just how you're processing it and how you're feeling about it is what changes it. You know. So it's like it can be something that you're afraid of, or it can be something that it brings you victory if you continue to move forward. So it's very nice that comes up. Because that came off the Nine of Wands, and that came with disruption. So yeah, this disruption is how you intake it and process and how you take it. It can cause fear. It can cause apprehension, where it's like I don't know if I want to move on this path. It's not the path that I'm used to. It's not the path that feels natural. With the wands, there is like spirit. It's like what you feel in your soul. So like you feel like maybe it's your soul, and it's the opposite from the physical. So maybe not be what you're externally physically used to, but it's something that your soul is pushing you towards. So it's like that's the balance of having to feel into that and really feel what feels best for you. But the Nine of Wands says that you're very strong, so strong. It usually Nine of Wands talks about more of that strife energy, right? Of like feeling weak. So you could feel weak in this for sure. but you could feel weak. It doesn't mean that's who you are or what you are. At your core, you're so strong. And you may feel weak, which is natural, because again with this double energy, it's very natural, it's very okay to feel weak, which is something that's like if you're aware of that weakness and you allow it to empower you instead by being aware and knowledgeable of it, and not letting it hinder you, if you allow it to just be and then allow yourself to be the best you that you can, it balances itself out. You're going to make it through. I think that's just beautiful. The Nine of Wands here is a beautiful thing. I knew that there was a reason to read that card. It's beautiful. Thank you, universe, for what you do for me and the collective. It's a beautiful thing. I've been thinking a lot about prayer, so maybe you want to get into that as well. I've been praying more too. So other than that, that's all the energy has to say. If you've heard me say goodbye to you in the part 2 and you've come back for the part 3, I love you guys so much, because I don't even think there's any more to read, so you guys are really coming through. Sorry it had to be done in so many parts, but I will fix that in the future, because I really do love you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, bye guys.